why I would buy a Rolex even if I was broke, right? Hey, I don't know why I'm saying this, but hey, Luke Belmar, Andrew Tate, hey, come holler at your boy. Y'all need to come tap in with me for real. Got some things for y'all for real. Let's get it. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's your boy Abdul Hassan, back here on the video. Now, you might see this on my arm, right? It might be diamond dancing, whatever y'all want to call it, right? It's actually just a plain chain, 41 millimeter. So this video is gonna be for y'all, man. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, man, Abdul, you crazy, man. Like, it is what it is, man. I gotta get to this money, and it is what it is. So let's get into the video, man. Go. Why would I buy a Rolex, right? Even if I was broke? Well, I mean, you always have to look at it like this, right? A lot of times people want to put all their money into a bank, right? People want to be able to, you know what I'm saying, trust these banks that all they do is really just sit there and take their money, right? And then go ahead and lend it out to other people. And you guys even know, like, if you learn about fractional reserve banking, right? So they can loan up 1/10 of what they actually have in stock, right? So that's just crazy. So instead of like my money just sitting there and just be at mercy of the bank, right? I actually rather put my money into hard assets so that my money can actually work for me and even go up in value, right? Now, I mean, when I was buying this, right, the person was like, oh, if you hopped into Rolex like say 5 years ago, it would have been a really great time, but now you can't even really get a lot of Rolexes, just with the pandemic, I guess, or whatever. But Rolex actually makes 800,000 new watches every year, right? And the reason why Rolex is different than say a Toyota, right? I mean, it takes literally 24 hours to go ahead and build out a Toyota Camry, right? For a Rolex, it actually takes about 1 year to actually get it right and actually go ahead and sell it out, right? So it's a really long process, lengthy process. A lot of things are made in-house, like they have this steel chrome, it's I think 9040L or something like that. They actually go ahead and make in their own facilities, right? So they're not literally going ahead and exporting, importing things, you know. It's a lot of things are made in-house, and they even have their own gold and like formulas, right? So even if I was broke, I would still buy a Rolex because, I mean, one, basically because of the fact that it's a hard asset, right? Your Rolex is always gonna appreciate in value. A lot of times people go ahead and buy a Rolex, not even wear it. So a couple years later, they're able to sell it for 25%, 30% more than what they actually paid for, right? And at the end of the day, like, you gotta feel like what you want to do, right? You gotta feel how you want to live. You want to be able to ball like Jordan. You want to be able to do all these certain things. And a lot of times now, like, I'm getting business just from having this on, right? I'll have this on and somebody wants to talk to me about something, or somebody wants to pick my idea or pick my brain about something. And people really, it kind of signifies like, oh, this person has made it. Like, hey, I'm from the hood, so like, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm from the hood in a sense, but hey, I come from, you know what I'm saying, the gutter. So to be able to afford this and be able to literally be able to buy this, right, it signifies that it's a trophy, basically, right? We don't get no trophies from where I come from, right? Unless you was a ball player or something like that, rapper, but you didn't even get no trophies for that. So basically, like, I always wanted this stuff and I always knew I can get it, right? But by being able to actually take it out of my mind, right, and be able to put it into reality and have this on, like Andrew Tate said this once, right? He was like, basically, if I go ahead and get a Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport, right, and I'm able to go ahead and get this Chiron, you're able to literally customize it to exactly how I want it, right? You're able to get all of these things delivered to my house, and all you want is some numbers on the screen. Go ahead and, man, take it, bro. Like, and that's just like, I couldn't put it in any better perspective, right? A lot of people, we overvalue money. We overthink that a lot of our problems are money. Your problem isn't money, right? And I'm sorry if I have to break it to you guys, but I mean, I love you guys, so I have to, you know what I'm saying, share this like I was your brother or even, you know what I'm saying, your friend, right? So with that being said, like, your problems are never literally money. Your problems are your lack of creation, right? It's gonna be living in that scarcity mindset rather than living in abundance. Because what we don't realize, right, that's why I really hated poverty so much, because everybody in poverty, nobody's ever thinking about what they're gonna be able to do tomorrow, after tomorrow. Like, if you're only worried about how I'm gonna be able to eat tonight, how I'm gonna be able to sleep tomorrow, blase, right? How I'm gonna be able to feed my family, pay these bills for next week, this week, or even just tomorrow, right? So if you're always thinking about survival, right, just being able to, you know what I'm saying, pass the day, be able to get some food and be able to go to sleep, right, then you're never able to think about past, you know what I'm saying, 3 months, 4 months, 6 months, a year, 2 years now, right? So Bill Gates actually put this wisely, right, when he said that, I think it's Bill Gates, right, but Warren Buffett, one of them people. But anyways, though, they said that a lot of people, they overestimate what they can do in a year and they underestimate what they can do in 10 years, right? I mean, really, you have to boil it down to, like, having money is not the issue. Your lack of creation is the issue, right? Because if you're able to create things, then you're able to make money off of that, right? So if I'm able to take an idea, right? Just a simple idea that I might have, right? And I'll go ahead and turn it into reality by implementing it, right? Putting it into play, put it into action. Now I'm able to create, right? Then when I create, right, I'm able to collect the money that I'm able to make off of, say, selling a product, starting a business, whatever it may be. So we really have to kind of get out of that scarcity mindset and go into a life of abundance, right? And just by being able to put yourself into that new position, put yourself into just feeling like it, right? A lot of times, like, we want to boil it down like, oh, do I have the money and all this stuff like that? Hey, it doesn't matter about all that. Like, a lot of people, they're like, oh, Boo's crazy, he's getting all these cars, doing all this and all that. I'm like, listen, like, what sense does it make if you have a $900 payment, right? And you're gonna go broke for a $900 payment, you're gonna go broke anyways. It don't matter about no $900 payment, boy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it don't really matter at all. Like, if you was gonna go broke, you was gonna go broke regardless. And if you can't, you know what I'm saying, live past a $900 bill or this and that, hey, bro, I'm not hustling to feed my lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? I have to be able to feel like it, and I have to be able to be the person I want to be just because of the fact that I know I can achieve this. I know I can get to it. I'm always big on, like, man, if I just feel like I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, then all of a sudden it'll all come together, right? Everything will come together because when I have that nice car, right, I'm able to attract more business. Even when I was a realtor, right, you definitely want to have your realtor have a nice car, right? You don't want your realtor to go ahead and pull up and say a beat up car. Nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, it's like how you portray yourself to the world is how the world will treat you, and how you respect yourself is how other people will respect yourself, right? So if you treat yourself like nothing, then a lot of people are going to treat you like nothing, right? But if you treat yourself highly and you respect yourself, you love yourself, then a lot of people are going to respect that, right? And regardless if they want to do whatever they want to do, they have no other choice but to respect it, right? Like, you can literally have a girl that wants to play with you, right? And then basically, like, okay, cool, but you'll curve them, or, like, you know what I'm saying, you'll be like, oh, I'm over with it, like, you know what I'm saying, it's done. She might not like it or whatever, but she's going to respect it, right? She's going to respect you as a man. She's not gonna, like, you know what I'm saying, respect a, you know, somebody that's just like crawling back or a simp or whatever you want to call them. But anyways, though, like, it's just more about boiling it down to being able to get to that lifestyle that you guys want. And it's all about, like, kind of a persona, right? We all have, like, our different hats that we wear, right? And the hat that we go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, portray outside to the world or whatever, that you're a businessman, that you're an executive, you're a CEO, whatever you want to call it, right? You know what I'm saying? We have to go ahead and separate those two personas from reality. And I know I was, you know what I'm saying, jumping all over the place today, but yeah, so basically with that being said, like, just trying to, like, realize that, like, hey, you have to be able to craft the persona and the person that you want to be. And if you're able to attain the things that you want, right, then you're able to go ahead and, you know what I'm saying, feel better, and you're able to get a lot of things done. Now, this is not for, you know what I'm saying, the weak-hearted or the ill spirit people that, you know what I'm saying, if you're already crushing it with your bills right now, please don't do this, because, like, it's just going to set you back a lot, right? But at the same time, if you're somebody that you know you can always get to it, because a hustler, you know what I'm saying, a hustler's always going to get to it regardless. Like, it's been plenty of times where I done lost a lot of money, but I just run it back up, you know what I'm saying, because it is what it is. Like, only way I'm going to keep going hard, right? The only thing I'm going to have to do after a loss is just to keep going hard and get better and better. If I did it once, I can always do it again. And it's just that simple, right? So if you can be able to have the things that you guys want, right, then you're able to realize that, like, oh, money's not that big of a deal, right? Money's never the issue. Once you guys start thinking like that and kind of break all those molds and all those shackles of all the BS that we've been taught about money and how to be able to save, you're never going to save yourself into financial freedom, right? You're never going to save yourself into riches. Like, no millionaire, billionaire, whatever you want to call it, has ever saved up to be a millionaire or whatever. And if they did it the slow way, and they probably did it in, like, say, ETFs or some goofy stuff. But anyways, though, I don't want to get off of this too much about that. But I hope this video was helpful. I hope that made a lot of sense. If you guys like this video, please make sure that you guys share with at least 5 of your friends so you guys can grow together and share us along your journey. And please make sure you guys subscribe and tap the bell notification. Hey, we're going hard, man. It's the hardest YouTube channel out here. Y'all better stay tuned. I told them, boys, we come.